Welcome back to my channel. So there's a few things I should clear up. First of all, the avatar looks different because I found even more cool stuff on Booth and decided to trick it out. It went really well, actually, though there was some funny parts to it, thankfully. Admittedly, though, my avatar was, shall I say, I mean, it's interesting, and I decided to open source it. Who knows how that goes, but anyhow, I've also done some minor SoundFont updates recently, though for anything of the actual things I want to get to, those are going to happen in summer. Like, how about a month from now? Due to circumstances beyond my control, I can't really do anything about it. Not in that way. Also of note is that I might actually go through like the shows I want to do. I have a whole list. But the main component of this, however, is that there's a lot of things I want to do. A lot of things I want to do. As for Unifont EX, it's on parked until I can actually, work with it, which is in September. Though you'll probably max out at Unicode 18, maybe higher, but that's unlikely if we go by the mathematical figures. I think I also fixed the issue with my voice, though I don't exactly want to say that it's like perfect fix or anything like that. I don't know if my levels are bad or whatever, but well, that's not my current problem. I have to worry about finals and all that. And unfortunately, I wish there was a better way to go about doing this, but well, I don't exactly have any useful things I can do. Hope this fixes audio. I mean, I'm looking at the levels and it's not showcasing anything significant. So I don't know if NVIDIA's make my volume go bad or whatever. I don't know. And I don't know if I want to find out or not. No, the background is upscaled. It is not generated through the means of which it was upscaled. So, but because I'm a VTuber, I have to put the disclaimer. Of note is that I've also made a Miku Miku dance model of this thing so that when I do get my voice bank working, this will actually go with it just fine. Unfortunately, at present, I don't have the best resources, so I'm having to use a better mic for this. There's probably better ones. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't help. I'm using a laptop, and I'm having to use the headset jack with the headset cable. I have to even have a hope of this working. But in the meantime, we can just say that, like, learning as I go for being this type of YouTuber. And I also am using NVIDIA Broadcast to clean up the audio. Maybe that might be a problem, but I'm not using the mode that drains your GPU to heck and back. I'm not doing that. Want to, but that isn't in the cards. Also, I think the problem with my other videos was that it's using the absolute worst mic possible. Well, this is actually technically better, but can't know until I listen to the replay. As for game stream, well, assuming I don't turn on the NVIDIA and I could actually, you know, and I used OBS, I could actually, game with this. The only problem is actually getting it to work. But well, what games should I play? I mean, there's a lot of games. It's like technically can do it, but like I don't exactly have like I either do Valve games for better or for worse, or it's Minecraft. That'll probably be the answer, though it's gonna be 1.19 or lower. I don't have it in me to play higher versions without a very compelling reason, and that reason would have to be more of things that hit close to home, if that makes any sense. And well, I mean, it's kind of just I don't have a capture card, and I don't know if I can run Switch games at the same time as this. Not that I even have attempted it because, that would just be a bad idea, so I didn't. But, well, it is what it is, unfortunately. Though, if there's any other, like browser games I could do, by all means, just know this is kind of a that and again, this avatar may get better in the future, though maybe not in a way visible to any anyone who doesn't like have the whole model. That being said, I mean, there's a lot of things I've been able to you can toggle them in the VR wide file, though I probably would do that for different things. Some of them would have to be toggled on by specific people who I'd let in how it works. Now, but like, it all depends on reception I get. But then again, do I really want to be involved with the lowest common denominator? No, but that doesn't exactly stop me from, you know, having things to do. And I mean, this might as well. This is again a test, learning as I go. But yeah, I mean, this is like much better than a PNG tuber. So you have it. I could do a podcast like this and just do a podcast over a phone call, or I mean a Discord call. Sorry, but well, that'd be fun. But good luck trying to do that under the current situation regarding my circumstances. If that makes any sense. Sometimes in life, when you think something's a bad idea, it is a bad idea, except when it isn't. But I think it means everything involved is gonna have to be way late into my time zone, like really late at night. And and unfortunately that won't be able to change for like a good few years. So there isn't really much I can do here other than to just, well, do what I can. And that's the important part. I mean, oh, and for avatar improvements, it's more like if something is applicable and workable, it goes in. Of course, of course, avoiding anything that would be, not ideal. But yeah, and even then, I don't. Even then, like I'm using the basic calibration, and that's why I don't know why my things are glitching up. Though I do wear glasses in real life, so that might not be exactly the best option. But well, if you're gonna use your computer, well, I need glasses. So there's not really much I can do about this whole problem. Don't know the angle, and I'm on a laptop, so that's a problem. But well, I'm kind of relief I'm not tired, even though it's like midnight at night right now. So I don't have any idea. But well, I have bigger things coming soon, but that's not in the cards yet. So yeah, I think the tracking is bugged out on this, unfortunately, which is not a good sign, if that makes any sense. Or I was too far away. That being said, or it could be a lighting problem. I don't know, and that's the scary part. I wish things were better. Oh no. But well, shoestring budget of nothing does what shoestring budget of nothing does. And it just but hey, I got a very cool snazzy avatar out of this, which I can also use in Vocaloid stuff. So I'm and yes, I'm happy the Fizzbones work. And but ultimately, this is something I did. Thank goodness I have a bucket list, I guess. But with that being said, it is. Oh, I don't know what my subscribers are not. Hang on, I gotta see this. Oh, intriguing. Well, I suppose it's good that at least someone has. You know, I've always been used to some of my things. not taking off or whatever as I plan to, or but, it is what it is, and I'm hoping that my mic quality is at least somewhat better than it was on older replays, though admittedly, I'm on the shoestring budget, and yeah, everything involved here on Booth was free. I didn't It was all free because, that's the thing. I've always operated under a poor or non-existent budget in terms of money I have control over. So it's n- it is what it is. And well, I'm at least, I'm ambitious. I mean, I had to be, but I'm ambitious. And well, but at the same time, there's a lot of things I would just, I a lot of things I wish I had done in hindsight, but some things still turned it to work out anyway, so that's all fine and good. And I'll say, like, I have a lot of planned out things for all sorts of different things technology-wise. Well, and I just have a very interesting life when it comes to all that. I mean, there's a lot of ways in which I don't exactly have the like, I've said it before, my experiences are atypical. Most people I've ran into just don't like, nothing compares, if that makes any sense. It's and yet and that I mean, sometimes I mean, sure, some of my creative decisions are very, niche, or, "Wait, you actually did that?" or, "Wait, that's possible?" But ultimately, what matters is the journey to get there. It doesn't, and then sometimes everything turns out to be a complete and total mess, but, well, things work out in the end, and that's what matters. I wish that there was I mean, but and just think, here's what I could have done way more if I had more resources, but if I didn't, but the amount of resources I've had, I I've already look at what I've built. I've built a lot of cool things with so I built like a lot of cool things with, the stuff I it is what it is. See, I've, built and assembled all sorts of technology creations that just look good, they work well, and it's but like the fact is that they're they're kind of just it is some of them are too niche to explain even to other technology people, and it is what it is, but well, sometimes it's an idea of what idea is that. Other times it's just but really I do what I do because I can. But in all honesty, I think I'm hoping eventually eventually and again, there ain't no face reveal. I'm not doing that. But the VTuber is my VTuber is like an idealized version of myself. Well, though, and to put it bluntly, this is kind of I did this because I was bored. But honestly, I'm glad I used a Vroid avatar because if I did do that, well, I couldn't do nearly as many cool things, and that would just be kind of a waste. And let me tell you, this thing is customized to heck and back. It actually manages to work well, so I do what I do. Not and sure, this avatar is a furry avatar, but it's not your usual one. It's what happens when you have a lot of boredom, time, and just intrigue. But really, I think this is kind of a case of where there's at least something that should be done because, but at the same time, let's just say this avatar is quite funny in how I've built it, actually. And I'm hoping that this whole situation goes really nicely. And I feel like it would be nice to see if, I can actually go somewhere with this as a VTuber. And that would be fun and all. I mean, I'm already a VTuber, I hope things go well. But with that being said, that's all the time we have for today. So until then, stay safe and do your best. Best wishes, me.